Hey guys, what is up? It's the Blue Matrix here, and well, um, this is gonna be more of a lesson type of video, honestly. So I think you kind of got the picture from the last few months and the way how you're just reading off my face. That I looked rough. I was out of place. I was out of touch. I was basically trying to force myself to make it something, though I was trying to get myself into the habit of doing things, but just working out the way I was going to. I was having a big battle. I was having a big battle through a number of things. You guys know about the breakup a year ago, and I'm still cooping with that shit, but it ain't bad now. I mean, I'm kind of relaxed off it. It's just the last several months I've been having to relax off the idea. So we're all familiar with we're all familiar with breakups as far as girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, wives kind of stuff. We're all familiar with that, but I don't think really much of anybody here understands the betrayal of your fiance, who you're very close to the wedding on. I don't think anybody understands that because that's a different level type of pain there, and though I've calmed down off that issue now, and I'm doing a lot better. But however, things between then and now, things between then and a few weeks ago, kind of like interfered and showed how I was acting the way I shouldn't be for the past year. So since I was there, about 2 years ago, I got injured. I made a stream talking about it, or maybe a video talking about it, and I got injured. I fell on my back, and I've been hurt ever since. So I've been having to take pain meds for the past 2 years. Um, a year later, and you already know this, the fiance breakup, and learning the truth there, and which I'll make a different video at some point talking about it. I have it enlisted. I just haven't made time to make the video, of course. And given given my substance and alcohol abuse I've been having for the past while, I just haven't really been. I've been cooping up with a lot of stress, and I was in a lot of pain. And the last thing I need is to bring this up on YouTube and to because I'm very for those that don't know me, and I know a lot of you, if not any of you, know. Um, I'm very soft spoken. I'm very private when it comes to my personal life. I don't often talk about it because one, my life is very boring, and there's just too much drama for me to bring in. Just so that way it's on the internet and shit like that. But I've gotten to the point now where I'm like comfortable to talk about some things, and this also kind of factors in with how it would go in between as of now with my Blue Matrix character, and see how this fluctuate. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of putting words together as I go, but so so for the past few months, since my last video slash the last video stream, whichever one that was, and since the past few months, between especially the last 6 months anyway, I've been having more of alcohol problems. I've been drinking about on a near daily basis. I've been drinking multiple just to coop up with stress. This kind of started. Well, actually, I guess it could be longer than that. This started all the way back about, I want to say, about a month or so after the breakup, and I guess this problem started all the way back in Thanksgiving. I had issues I had issues when it comes to, like, I didn't want to be over at Thanksgiving or Christmas because I'm kind of worried that they're going to be bringing up this issue because normally people don't leave me alone in certain things. Um, I told them about that, and they said if anything, we'll just tell them not to bring it up. I've already had a handful of people right away just tell me when am I getting married, what's happening here, and this like that. I was able to let one person slide because it's my cousin. I mean, she's younger and all that. I mean, I was willing to explain right there, but if you're gonna bring up something so abrupt, then I'm not gonna be very comfortable on staying there. So about not long afterwards, I left. I didn't go to the Christmas party either. I didn't go to the Christmas party that year. Um, well, one because I was exhausted, I overslept, but two, I also just didn't want to go there because due to the Thanksgiving problem. So I did not go, and I'm debating on whether if I'm going to go this year as well. I mean, I might, but I mean, I don't know yet. I don't know. I haven't decided on that yet. But since then, I kind of became an addict. Mainly on the alcohol side of things. I've been drinking a lot, and it was also the same. It was also about a few months later, like when I was supposed to like get everything settled down, and that my boss decided to rebid my job, and thankfully I secured my current position. But however, uh, I did suffer an hour cut, so I was put under a disadvantage. And in order to make a decent amount of time, I had to work very late, just making up a few things. If there's something that you should know about me, I don't like sitting around doing nothing. I gotta consistently do something. So gaming is no problem. I mean, that's doing something in some form or way. But as far as like sitting around twiddling your thumbs, I get impatient when doing that. I was able to work that out. It's no big deal. Um, Now, my girlfriend, who is also a Twitch streamer, I mean, but you'll get a chance to know her at some point. Um, I have been taking some time. I was going back to church. Me and her, hopefully we'll go back. Also, this coming up Sunday as well because she's been having to move back out, helping her cousin. She had her hand cut off, so she had to help her cousin out. So she's moved out to help her out. So nothing problem with her. Um, I have been away from YouTube for a couple of different reasons. One, because of coping up with all the problems I've had, and it was getting up to the point where I was one, I was burnt out. Two, I was having addictive problems, and also because with her streaming, it's kind of like crashing my internet and stuff like that. I mean, I got the internet upgrade, so I'm having no problems with it. Um, so okay, so I'm rambling a lot of places. So let me sum it up. Okay, last year, me and my fiance separated. The year before, I got injured, so I got addicted to pain meds. The year later, I got addicted to alcohol. I even been taking Zoloft, which, if you don't know, Zoloft is an antidepressant, and strongly don't recommend it because there are chances that because there are good chances that it could actually increase your depression as well. So for the past few months, especially like June, the last time I've been seen by anybody, I've kind of went on hiatus. I've been kind of like duping with that shit. And I want to say about a month and a half ago, I was kind of suicidal, and I was actually about to consider it. So yeah, it was. I mean, the closest thing I've had to that was an attempt about a few years ago. This was before I met Evan. Um, it was just too much. It was too much pressure to coop up with, and I want to say, and I was caught before. I was kind of caught because she can kind of read my body language. She was kind of reading my body language. She even heard what I was going. What I was going to consider it. She kind of convinced me to to not do it. So we had a wild talk, and I want to say we've talked for about a good 4 hours. I want to say it was like till about 5 in the morning or something like that. It was a bad situation. It was a bad situation, it was kind of funny to say that she was the only, and this is my current one. She's about kind of the only person coaching me out of certain things. I've had nobody for that. I've had I've had no friends cope with my situations. I've had no about little to no family help me with my personal problems. They kind of tell me to just swipe it under the rugs and just deal with it. But at the times I needed them, I don't have that support. I've helped with people with countless things, but when I need help, I had nobody. It's a very depressing topic, and it's also kind of like why I was staying away for a while, because the last thing I need is to drive the few people that I have left, the people that I've met for this last few years, drive them away because of my personal problems. So that's why I stepped away. And you can also you can also see from the last few videos and the last few streams that I've had that I was kind of in a rough state, and I just didn't want to. I didn't want to stick around at that position. I really didn't, and I didn't feel passionate on going back. I mean, I just don't feel happy doing things when I am down. And I've never been open. I've never been open. I never talk about my shit. I mean, this is about the only time I'm talking about it now, and so it's just to address what's going on, and this is basically to address what's going on and what's happening. So, do I plan on doing another full time YouTube thing? At this moment, I don't plan on it, but I do plan on doing streams every now and then. I do plan on it. I think I got a stream upline. I don't know what I'm streaming yet. I'll let y'all decide. This Saturday I'm gonna stream. I'll let y'all decide on what game, and I also got a variety of games I want to try out. So just go back to older titles and just do streams for them. And yeah, I should have worked this a lot better, but yeah. So yeah, I've been attached to Drake Kid. I've been attached to drugs a lot. I've been attached to it, more of antidepressant drugs, not like hard stuff like cocaine or meth or anything like that. I mean, I'm not about that life, but it was an awful position that I was in, and it was an awful position I was in, and I knew the last thing I wanted was to even like bring it up, and it's just like just share my personal stuff right there. But however, I just feel like that y'all ought to need an explanation, because I just straight up left. I straight up left. I mean, I just wasn't happy with what I was doing. I was not happy with what I was doing, let alone the situation I was in. So I don't want to like force some. I don't want to make something and then not be happy, and just not be happy at the same time. I don't want that. I just sometimes have to force a smile and kind of like come up with creative measures just to do something, and I just couldn't. I was I've also, and this ain't gonna be just me either. There's also another thing I want to discuss, and this one ain't about me. But this is also for another person. All right. So you guys know who Mr. T Lexify is, right? So we heard about the allegations of the let's just say the Predator controversy surrounding him, and this has also resulted to even I can't get my side of the story of even I can't get my reasonings of what this is going on there. But however, he had allegations with his ex-girlfriend, which also came to light with a few other people like JC Backfire, Noah J Force 56. There might be somebody else as well. there might be somebody else as well, but yeah, I mean, the Smith place came out with it first, talking about the situation, and I read about his video. I was heartbroken to hear about what was happening. I read Lex's video, and his side mostly made sense. I only say mostly because certain situations he brought up I can relate to. All right, I know what it feels like to be extorted. All right, I've been in that situation, and it's not fun. But however, a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is the right thing, but however, it's not a bit to me. It's ain't a big deal if you have a 2 year age gap. Now, if you're dating somebody who's like 12 or so, then of course I'm gonna throw some shit. I'm gonna throw some shit all over it. But however, given somebody that's like 2 years younger than you, I don't see how that could be a controversy. Now, there are other things along with it as far as like physical abuse, verbal abuse, being forced to like buy things even though that you couldn't afford it or stuff like that. Basically dating a fan as well. I mean, and that's one thing. The rule number one: you don't date a fan ever. You don't know who the person is. You don't know what the intentions are, and you don't even know if it's a real fan and they just want to hurt your reputation, which is essentially what happened here. Um, you can look at those videos. You can go check them out and determine yourself. There was also one more video that I saw, and I'm sure other people may have already thrown light on it. And that's Noah J456. Lex had claimed that JC Backfire had been. I can't remember if he was either being abusive or she was like, or if he was messing with minors or something. I don't know if that was the case. But however, I know Noah J had cheated on his ex-wife, which that has been confirmed. We have no confirmations about JC Backfire's case, but Noah J, he ended up confirming that that was the case as far as him cheating on his wife. And what do I think of the situation? I feel like that everybody's in the wrong. I feel like everybody's in the wrong. You allowed not only that you got into a situation that could have been prevented, but however you still complied. You still lied to your friends. And I'm not going to give any defense to Lex here. You still lied to your friends. All right, that's the main key that I want to tackle on. All right, you could have been honest with them and then tell them what's going on. You could have just said, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to tell them that you're real age instead of being 18 or so, it's 17, which to me is honestly no big of a deal in my opinion. Now, if it was like him going out with a damn 14, 12-year-old, that would have been an entirely different story. But as far as like a 17-year-old with a 19, I mean, I don't see a problem there. In my opinion, I don't see a problem with that because I mean, it's just a 2 year age difference. So I mean, they're close to the same age, so it's not like I'm going to shed light on that. But however, it still doesn't make it right that you lied to your friends, and that's something he did admit to. I think everybody's in the wrong here. I feel like they all need to make up. They need to get together at one point, make this shit up, and just move past this issue because you allowed one person to destroy a decade worth of friendship there and a decade worth of alliance of making content for one game that we've all grew up on. You allowed one person to destroy all that. And that, I say, shame on everyone. I say shame on Lex for allowing this. But however, I shame the others because they didn't have his back. They should have got with him sooner and then get an understanding of what's going on instead of just throwing him under the bus. Now Lex, yes, even Lex threw some people under the bus. And I feel like this should have been talked about. They were friends at one point. They all were. They even went to the Z House twice. There were going to be a third one, but of course, because of this issue, the Z House 3 never took place. It's a damn shame. I want this mess to stop. And the last one, and this is basically to trying to get my bearings together. Sorry. This is not going to be edited by any means. I mean, aside from like gameplay being played, but however, this is also to talk about the project. I have, like I said, we went through the writing last year. We are in early stages on the artwork, trying to get an idea of what we're doing. We already have an idea. We're going to be going with a more Ben 10 like art style, Ultimate Alien Force type of art style. We got that, but given the current circumstances, I haven't really put much time into it. I haven't really kept up on much production since the breakup occurred. I haven't really kept up on it. I just haven't had the passion. I had my own demons I had to deal with. So the project's still happening. It's just that I haven't put enough time. I hadn't really put enough dedicated time into doing that. So trying to get that situated. I'm trying to get the mess I have with my girlfriend situated. I'm trying to get that situated. But as of this moment, I have been off the alcohol. I mean, I might have a beer every once in a while, but however, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, it's been all right. I mean, it's not bad at all. I've relaxed on the I've relaxed. I've got off the drugs completely. I'm throwing them out. And as far as the ex-fiance goes, of course, we will discuss the video to give a final disclosure on it. I've mostly over that situation. I've come to relax. I've gotten a much calmer mind. I've lost a lot of sleep as of lately, which also adds up to the roughness I had. I've had very little sleep, and I'm getting much better on that. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to get with you on what's happening here. I know I'm jumbling a lot of my words together, but I know I'm mumbling as of right now, but however, this is basically just to explain what happened. I mean, why am I so impassionate? Why do I look rough for the past while? It's I just want to. I'm just trying to find my purpose. All right, I'm trying to find my purpose, and I'm just trying to find my purpose in things. All right, if it's not this, then and this. And I've had a goal when I was like a teenager. I've had a goal that I want to be married and have kids at 25. And well, I'm 25 now, and that has come to pass. So yeah, I don't know where my life takes me now, but however, I'd like to go back to being more. I don't know. It's very confusing right now. I'd like to go back to like being open minded on certain things, and I'm gonna try to like. And I know I made this promise before, even though I failed terribly. But however, this is given circumstances with my ex-fiance and stuff. A year prior, not a year prior, but about a few years ago, I want to try to get to the more open-minded kind of things. I want to try to get out of the whole wacky tone as far as like content creating. I want to try to get out of that. Maybe not completely, but however, just to be more straight edge. So I'm gonna try to like cut some of the goofy gags and shit like that, because I can admit I kind of overuse it, like the dancer's pole or the fucking hump things or stuff like that. I want to try to get away from stuff like that. I might do things here and there or something like that just for comedic gag, but it's not gonna be like an extensive use like I used to. I do that just to kind of distract myself from certain situations. Do I do things on purpose just to make it seem silly? In my head, yes, but it's just more to like distract myself from things, which is why I like gaming so much. So yeah, I mean, I just wanted to touch bases with you. I mean, I know it's very late to explain this, and I've had a whole year to talk about it. But it's to me, it seems better now than just come back abruptly and say, hey, everything's okay and stuff like that. I mean, to me, I'll be lying to myself at that point. So yeah,
I don't have really many people to talk to. I've only had like one person now, but however, she's always busy right now. So yeah. I mean, I just like I've just been very down in the dumps, which is why I've been gone for like 3, maybe 4 months. So yeah, this is just to explain everything of what's happening. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm clean now. I've I clean now. I mean, the only one drink I've had was like last night, but however, I hadn't had one in like maybe a few weeks or so. So I'm being very controlled on my substance now. I've stopped the drugs completely. I've got off the pain meds. I've got off the antidepressants. I'm doing okay with as far as that. Now I'm still gonna have to coop up with back pain, of course. I'm gonna get an MRI next year, and hopefully I can get whatever I got to straighten up, because I know I got nerve damage. I just don't know if I have a very bad. I don't know if I have like a very bad case as far as whether if I'm going to be able to capable of doing heavy work again. I don't know if I can. So I'm gonna check it out next year. Hopefully by mid next year I'll get that done and see if I can do that. But as far as like up to date, I mean everything's mostly situated. I still got a few habits I gotta clean up, but it's nowhere near as bad as what it was about the last year. It's nowhere near as bad. Yeah. I'm all right. I'm all right. If you want to talk in the comments, I mean, feel free to. If you have a game idea for this coming weekend, feel free. Put it down in the comments as well, and yeah, I'll touch bases with you. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And this is yeah, this is Bushy talking. This ain't Matrix talking. This is Bushy talking, and that's basically gonna be the new motto. All right, this is gonna be realism. You're gonna be seeing more realism of me. Not maybe not in the depressed side, but you're gonna see more realism of me. You're gonna see the real person instead of the character that you've known. Yeah, so yeah, thank you guys for understanding. I hope this video help. I hope this video helps cover what's been happening. And if you got any questions, feel free to put in the comments. I'm open to any question. You don't have to soft blow it. Just throw it down. If you need answers, I will feel free to answer. So yeah, thank you guys, and well, I'll see you guys this coming weekend. Peace out, Metroholics.